In this section, we'll talk about Plato. He was the star student of Socrates, and he's the one who left all these powerful dialogues where Socrates was the main character. One great thing about Plato and a lot of the Greek philosophers is that they loved reason. They were kind of drunk on reason. They sort of, in a way, they kind of discovered this superpower called reason. They realized this is some incredible tool that we can use for anything. You can apply reason to love, you can apply reason to government, you can apply reason to the army, to your work, to happiness, to creating the good life, anything. Plato was confident that you could use reason to create the ideal life. And there's a lot to learn from that for all of us. Probably it's easy in life to make scattered decisions and not really think about what you're doing and sort of just be on automatic and act from instinct. And Plato's saying, slow down. Take a look at what you really want to do and why you want to do it that way. Think it through very, very carefully and make your choices based on a well-reasoned approach. He also had this idea of the idealized forms. For Plato, he thought that everything in the world, every material thing and every immaterial stuff, whatever it is, everything we can see is not, it's not real. It's not the most real version. He was clear that there's an immaterial, idealized form of everything, whether it's the tree or the horse or love itself or the good, everything. What's cool about that idea is it teaches us to always look beyond just the most obvious perspective on something. And Plato teaches us, look deeper, look beyond what you can see, look beyond the obvious. Plato encourages us to keep expanding what could be the best possible version of whatever we're talking about or thinking about. What's the best possible version of a relationship? What's the absolute best possible version of a government or a work team? Keep being in that question. Keep pushing yourself. And if you use your reason, if you're carefully reasoning through the question, you can get as close as possible to perfection on everything you're involved in. One of the cautions about Plato is his whole idea of Platonic love. In one of his dialogues, he spends a long time looking at this whole issue of love, and especially romantic love. Since he wasn't writing systematic papers, it was all in dialogue form, it's hard to know exactly what his actual point was. But it seems to be that he was saying that romantic love is too dangerous, it's too risky, and you're better off just being friends. And okay, yeah, maybe you do need to unleash your sexual urges, but don't connect that with love. Just have that be some separate thing. Don't tangle your life up in romantic love. It's too problematic. It's too stressful. And what he didn't like about it was that it's not reasonable. You can't reason, you can't logic, you can't think your way into or out of love. Respectfully to Plato, I think he's really misguided on this, and I think for all of its potential problems, we're much better off giving love a chance. Now, what we can learn from him is that, yes, it's going to be messy, more than likely, and that's okay. We can accept that. Instead of throwing it away because it's too messy. We just say, okay, I get it. It's going to be some craziness, but I accept it.